Ladies and gentlemen, our last poet this afternoon is Lisa Sullivan. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us.
I wasn't expecting to read today, so I went on a mad dash on my phone to try to look up poems that are on journals or whatnot. And I find that a lot of them have changed since then because we never stop editing, which I find. Miriam? I live in Plymouth, and I am a writer, editor, and poetry instructor. And I do tend to stick to themes. I write a lot about my dad, who was a disabled veteran, and he was killed by a drunk driver. He was a pedestrian when he was 41. A difficult man to live with, but very difficult to reconcile what happened to him. And I also write about what I call the childless mother, which is a female who wants to be a mom, but for whatever reason didn't get the chance. And I've got a little mixture of both here. And I never read from my phone, so please forgive me while I struggle here. I always have paper, which I find a lot easier. Okay, this is My Father Drew Maps. My father drew maps to nowhere, complete with rivers, roads, swirls of elevation. I think to him, a disabled Marine veteran, they were a destination to somewhere beyond the front door he could no longer open. The maps were never painted, never inked. He always drew them in pencil, and he would erase, erase, erase. I think I'll just go back and forth here. This one is called Nesting Season, and some of you may be familiar with the local poet Kevin McClellan, pretty fabulous poet. And this is after a line by Kevin. We are all birds looking for treetops. And the title again is Nesting Season. You forage and return to the treetop. Despite its tapering to an impossible thinness, you think, this twig will hold me. You think, sway, although you feel no wind because you have become wind. Your feather drops. A swallow carries it to her full nest. Your nest, eggless. From the treetop, your tender warble carries into somebody's dusk. Asks, will my song be enough? Will my song be enough? This one's called My Brother Named His Sons After Our Father, or maybe after the idea of a father. I asked him why, and he, 18 months younger, perhaps not recalling as much, perhaps being more forgiving, wondered what I meant. Don't you remember everything he did to us? He thought for a moment and answered, don't you? I don't think I can find it. I'm so sorry. I was going to read 350s, another one about my brother, but I'm sorry. It's gone. It's in the wind now. Thank you.